For decades, video games have provided hours of entertainment for individuals of all ages. There are thousands of different games in existence, ranging from classic games such as Pac-Man and Mario, to new titles like Skyrim and Minecraft. But there is one question we always ask ourselves. What makes a game? There are three common definitions for what a game is. The first describes a game as an activity that requires at least one player, has rules, and has a victory condition. Okay, that seems pretty accurate. If you look at games like League of Legends or StarCraft, there must be at least one player on each team, there are rules on how the game works, and victory occurs when the opponent accepts defeat. But what about Minecraft? An open-world sandbox game limited to the power of the player's imagination. What is the end game to that? It requires the player to set their own idea of an ultimate goal. The second definition describes a game as a voluntary attempt to overcome unnecessary obstacles. This is also rather true since people do admit to playing games in order to escape their normal life. A perfect example of overcoming unnecessary obstacles is the game Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Ah! No! I just read a note as soon as I heard a scary noise. Oh no, as soon as I'm done reading this note. Oh my god, I should.
How often does the average person get to explore a creepy castle in order to kill a man while running defenselessly against creatures whose only goal is to kill you?
A bag of Milky Way. Ah! 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 Ah!
Oh my god!
I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die in this game! I paused it!
I can't remember the last time I did that. But then games like Rock Band and Guitar Hero come into play. It's a game, but there's no unnecessary obstacle. People play instruments every day. Why would it being in a video game make it unnecessary? The third definition says a game is characterized by a goal, rules, feedback system, and voluntary participation. This perfectly describes Super Mario World. A game where the goal is to get to the end and save Princess Peach, and grants you a score and rating based on your time and number of coins collected per level. That works great. But then we go into Skyrim, an open-world RPG with no ultimate goal. You can go on endless quests, yes, but there's no true endgame. And there is also no feedback system, just leveling as the player continues to grind through. So as you can see, there is not one definition that truly suits every game. That's why gamers love to argue over what makes a game good. And that is what I'm going to try and prove to you today. When we like a game, what is it that makes it so interesting? There are multiple elements that people use to explain why a game is good. These have been listed as the 7 elements of game design. They include actors, environment, mechanics, goals, rules, challenge, and fun. So, what do all of these elements stand for? Well, let's start with actors. What is considered an actor? Well, an actor could be any character in a game. Normally we assume this means the character the player is playing as, but it also includes non-playable characters such as your allies and enemies. Any character in a game is considered an actor. Now on to the next element, environment. Environment is characterized by the scenery and sounds of the game. Major gaming companies have entire teams of individuals dedicated to making the environments of our games. Aside from just the scenery of the game, the music is also very influential. Sometimes music is one of the most memorable aspects about a certain game. The Ohio State Marching Band realized this and did an amazing performance with all video game theme music. Up next, we have mechanics. These are used to determine how the game plays. Mechanics can be anything from how the character moves on screen to interacting with other objects. Let's move on to the next game element, goals. What do we want to accomplish in this game? Normally, a game will give you an endgame scenario that you will strive to achieve as you play through. These are the goals of the player. The goal can be anything, such as complete each level or defeat a final boss at the end of the game. Now it's time to talk about rules. Rules are how to play the game. A common form of rule in most games is collecting a certain number of items to progress the story. Rules help dictate how the game is played. Following that, we have challenge. How hard is it to play this game? What is the challenging aspect of this game? Most games nowadays have a difficulty setting for players to choose from when they start the game. Others have enemies that level with the character, causing them to become stronger as the game continues. And finally, we have fun. What is fun? Fun is all perspective. How is the game enjoyable? You can't say to someone that this game is fun and expect them to have the same idea of fun. It's all based on your personal preference. Not everyone likes the same game as you. Let's examine one of my favorite games against all these elements. Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead is a zombie shooter developed by Valve for the PC and Xbox. It's won many awards and was recently named Best Co-op Game of All Time by Game Informer magazine. Let's look at the 7 elements of game design and compare them to Left 4 Dead. There are multiple actors in the Left 4 Dead series, starting with the main characters. From the first game, you have Bill, Francis, Lewis, and Zoe. And from the second, Nick, Ellis, Coach, and Rochelle. These are the 8 main playable characters from the game, who work together through every level in order to escape the zombie apocalypse. On top of these characters, there are also the zombies. Sure, we normally see just shambling corpses ready to eat every living human being, but this game introduces special infected. They include the Spitter, Jockey, Charger, Smoker, Hunter, and the most feared Tank and Witch zombies. Each has a unique ability that affects the survivors. Without the help of another survivor, most players will die to the special infected. On to environment. Left 4 Dead travels through a number of different places, starting off on the top of a hotel, to traveling to other places such as a creepy cornfield filled with zombies. And the music is also pretty cool, with certain music identifying the approach of a horde, or signaling that there is a tank or witch nearby. The mechanics are also straightforward. Run and shoot. You can switch out your guns for better equipment or pick up ammo, but mostly you'll just continue to run and shoot. The goal? Reach the end of the campaign fighting off waves of infected. The game is broken into different campaigns, each featuring 4 or 5 chapters. At the end of every chapter, there is a finale, where the 4 survivors make a final stand against the horde of undead. The players who make it out are the winners. Rules. Make it to the safe room and don't die. Pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to kill a certain number of zombies to win, but sometimes there are actions that you must complete in order to advance. Normally these actions alert the horde and you must do a final run to the safe room if you hope to survive. How is this challenging? The game has difficulty settings, allowing you to decide how strong the zombies are. On normal, you could get swarmed by multiple infected, but easily fight them off. On expert, you could die easily by getting separated from your friends, and special infected are even more scary. Finally, fun. What is enjoyable about this game? It is designed to be a team game, so getting together with 4 of your friends and playing Left 4 Dead is really enjoyable. I even started a series where my friends and I would play Left 4 Dead campaigns together.
Isn't this scary as crap?
Hey guys!
I'm hunted. I'm dead.
I'm on you, Shale. I'm on you, Chad.
Follow Rochelle!
Okay.
One sec, I need
Well, I'm dead.
I don't know where you guys are.
Okay,
Oh god, the
I
tank!
Oh!
Dave, pop your adrenaline, Dave!
It's already popped!
Yeah.
Ow! I fell out the window.
Okay, I got it.
Like you're dangling?
I was gonna jump out after.
To my
but-
death.
Ugh.
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Jeff!
I was being sarcastic when I said jump out after him.
walk backwards more.
Well,
But you know what there isn't? A sense
Ships
of
are out.
steam.
Let's go.
Shale.
You moron! You idiot!
Failure!
Rochelle,
Okay,
get back in the
yes.
window.
Guys, I guess we can call that a shalier.
No.
So in summary, games are good depending on your interpretation of the 7 elements. Usually all games have them, but how important they are is up to the player. As gamers, we have the freedom to be anything we desire, from a yellow circle eating dots, to a zombie killing squad of survivors in the zombie apocalypse. Whatever the game, Play it.